oculta la luna y sale el sol. Cuando el cielo todo es color de esperanza. Y cuando hay problemas, no olvides que la vida es bella. Si tú te sientes triste, recuerda que estamos aquí para vivir. Vive la vida que es tan bella, con amor. Vive la vida que es tan bella, con pasión. Vive la vida que es tan bella, ay qué bonita. Vive la vida que es tan bella, vivir. Desde Zapata, Macal, vive tu vida a lo máximo y realiza tus sueños. Me encanta cuando pega la brisa del mar, cuando anochece y se oculta el sol y me tocan las estrellas brillar. Es que me encanta contemplar el espacio sideral, acostarme en la tierra y yo contemplando la vida. Y cuando hay problemas, no olvides que la vida es bella. Si tú te sientes triste, recuerda que estamos aquí para vivir. Así, vive la vida que es tan bella, con amor. Vive la vida que es tan bella, con pasión. Vive la vida que es tan bella, ay qué bonita. Vive la vida que es tan bella, a vivir. Vive la vida que es tan bella, con amor. Vive la vida que es tan bella, con pasión. Vive la vida que es tan bella, ay 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 amor. Vive la vida que es tan bella, a vivir.
Wacky Wednesday.
It's Wacky Wednesday con El Bumper.
Unfiltered, the real deal. No pre-planning, no chingaderas. Straight up from the bill.
Wacky Wednesday.
B-Town's very own.
It's Wacky Wednesday con El Bumper.
Here's your host, Bumper Gomez.
Well, here we are. This is going to be a crazy night. I can tell you that right now. Welcome to another episode of Bumper's Wacky Wednesday, wherever you might find yourself on this beautiful, beautiful Wednesday evening. Well, beautiful down here in South Texas. Before I start anything, my prayers are out to all my family, my wife's family, all my friends and family in Central Florida, Southern Florida right now. Hopefully you have internet. Hopefully you're kicking back. You can watch the show. And if not, we're going to be praying for you. We've been praying for you all day. And hopefully you guys get through this and that damn Ian gets through there and gets out of the way. So prayers again to everybody out there in Central Florida right now going through this. Welcome to Wacky Wednesday, man. It's another episode of Wacky Wednesday. We have somebody who's been waiting for A long time. We'll just say a long time. I've gotten to know Andie. It's been a while that we've actually hung out. I was seeing her on a regular basis there for a while here and there when she was with another band, and I followed her progress as she left and she started her own thing and got her. We're going to talk about all that stuff, man. But what I really want to focus on is her, my guest tonight, Miss Andie Bustamante.
What's going on?
That's a long ass last name, dude.
That's because you're not even saying my middle name.
What is your middle name?
Maciel.
Maciel?
Maciel.
Andie Maciel.
No, Andrea Maciel.
Oh, they really cut your name.
Yeah, I'm lucky, man, because apparently, according to my dad, my mom was wanting to name me some Tomantina Fidencia. I don't know, something crazy like that. So my aunt saved me.
You know, but your name, I mean, yeah, Andie's kind of more American. I've always been a fan of keeping our traditional names. Right, and they're gonna be like, "Bump, well, you know, I do have an untraditional name, you know, but for the most part, my kids have like very traditional Spanish names. You know, I got a Juan, I got a Magdalena. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? My brother-in-law, his name is Panfilo.
Panfilo.
You ever heard Panfilo?
No, I've never.
I've heard that name.
You heard of Panfilo? Oh, so everybody grew up calling him Pan. So now everybody calls him Brad. That's his name.
Sorry.
So shout out to Brad out there in Florida, man. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube. I always forget about our YouTube viewers watching on Bumper Gomez's YouTube channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. And y'all are in for a great treat. All the way from the 956 from the Rio Grande Valley, Miss Andie Bustamante, and she brought some friends.
I did.
Y puro R's.
Puros R's. Ya valió. Yes, I brought my my accordionist, Roy Holguin.
Where Roy? Where Roy? Raise your hand, Roy.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, hold on. Let me hear you. There he is. There's Roy.
Habla bien. You know your voice is not like that, bro.
What do you mean?
So we're gonna throw a disclaimer out there. Roy has he's feeling good.
He's feeling good. It's his birthday.
Today's your birthday week?
It's actually tomorrow, but we're actually celebrating it today. So it'll be a 2-day birthday for me.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Celebrating, a day earlier.
Hey, Roy, so how old are you going to be, bro?
22. I wish. No. 81, just do the math. 41.
1981, huh?
1981, yes, sir.
Damn.
Yep,
Wow.
But
Okay.
of course, age is just a number.
And then next thing.
And then we've got our keyboardist and musical director and my right-hand man, Mr. Ruben Ortega.
Hello.
Ruben.
El Godfather.
El Godfather.
No le gusta. He doesn't like when I
Ruben,
call him
welcome to the show, bro.
Thank you.
Oh, tú
Thank you
también.
so much. No, it's I'm speechless. I didn't think I was gonna be on this quick, but it's like thank you everybody that have us here. Hopefully, you request us more, or must be an Andie, right? Hoping this people get to know Andie and request us more out here in San Antonio. I mean, it is getting played, but I don't know. Saludos para el Nick. El Sneaky Nick.
How many band members you guys missing tonight? 3 more?
Yeah, 3 more. 4. 4 more.
Yeah,
Four.
3, 4 more. Yeah.
3 or 4? Was it 3 or is it 4?
We got Mike, we got
3 and a half.
Joey,
Jimmy,
I got
Javi,
you, I got
Mike,
you.
and Joey.
I got you. So again, man, my guest tonight, Andie Bustamante, her group La Clave, right?
Yes.
Hey, ¿qué dice La Clave?
La Clave?
Yeah,
Like, what does it mean?
like
It's like a key. It's like a code.
like a code.
Yeah. La Clave.
I got you. Okay.
I can't see you because the light's like in my face. I can't tell.
Don't worry. Just stare at the light like Bug's Life. Just stare at the light.
It's
So,
so beautiful.
Real quick, man, I want to give a shout out to the people that are already tuning in. To David Ruiz, always tuning in. AJ, what's it? I guess Lyric must be a DJ. Jesse Esparza, It's Tejano time from YouTube. What's up, man? What's going on, buddy? Hope you're doing well, buddy. And my homies, the Weekend Warriors, the 98.9 K Alamo, Johnny O is on. Thank you, Johnny. And the beautiful Miss Carla Cristina's watching. Thank you. Yeah. Rick Balderrama. Puro artist watching, man. My shout out to my brother, Edward Gomez. No, it's not the nail. That's a clave.
Yeah, I know. Bonnie.
No, clavo. That's a clavo. Yeah. Alec Gomez, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Speaking of Alec Gomez, I'm going to be on his show.
I saw that. Congrats. That's awesome.
It airs Friday.
Awesome.
It airs Friday. So, guys, welcome to Wacky Wednesday. Again, my guest tonight, Miss Andie Bustamante, who rode all the way up from the RGV. And she's been vlogging. That's what it's called. If you didn't know, that's what it's called.
When you have this guy in your band, I mean, how can you not? I mean, that's pure entertainment right there.
Entertainment or necio? There's two different things.
Well, it just depends by
Don't be
definition.
haters. Don't be haters.
You know how every kingdom has, like we have their majesty.
It's
Right.
like
Every
watching Timon
kingdom-
and Pumbaa here.
Every
with you
kingdom
guys.
needs their village idiot, So it's like he didn't have to apply. It was just like, okay. No one. I don't think nobody's gonna go against them either.
Before I forget, I don't want to forget because we built so many new fans, man. Thanks to the Milwaukee Mexican Fiesta. Shout out to everybody in the Midwest, man. Vanessa Salinas Sanchez always reminds me that we have fans and big Tejano fans up in the Midwest. She said, Bumper, don't forget, Midwest is watching. Please tell Andie I've been following her musical journey.
Aw.
That's a good thing if she's following you, just to let you know.
I appreciate that.
Shout out to the videographer, Mr. Felipe Leal. He's not here videoing nothing. He's watching somewhere in the AC somewhere. Felipe, get your ass over here and get to work. No, I'm just playing. Felipe does a lot of work, man. My videographer. He does great work. He does the Keeping Up with Bumper YouTube channel. Does all the editing stuff. He does a great job. Awesome. So shout out to him. Shout out to my primo Fernando Luera. Luis A.G. watching all the way from Monterrey, Mexico. You know Luis A.G.?
Yes, actually, he produced Me Encanta for me.
Really?
Yeah.
That dude,
Yeah,
man.
we're actually working on a duet as well.
That's who the duet's gonna be with.
One of them, yeah.
Ooh, we got a lot to talk about,
I've
man.
been working, man. I've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, working in silence.
I hear you. So again, Andie Bustamante. Andie, where the hell did you come from?
Oh, God.
I know that's an open question. Like, well, what are you talking about? Where did I come from? The valley?
Well.
No. Honestly, like growing up, not say growing up, but listening to music, like just from one day. It's okay if I mention the band you're with, right?
Yeah, of course. Go for it.
I started hanging out with Mike Gonzalez and the Iconics, and I went to a show, and I was like, man, who is this girl singing? Right? And I was like, okay. And then I said, well, it's got to be the stage or it's got to be the shoes. One of the two. There's no way. There's just no way. So she comes down off the stage, and I introduce myself, and I'm like this. Hey, how you doing? Andie she is super tall for a female, and her stage presence, it makes her stage presence so freaking amazing because she's like right there, like, you know what I mean? And it was really, really cool. Like I said, I got to know her a little bit more on the personal side, and just great people, man. You're great people, very humble. And I think what I took from you, Andie, is that you have the everyday issues that any other family has.
Oh, yeah. I do. I got so many of them, but I'm human, and I don't try to hide any of my issues, I'm an open book. I'm very transparent. I try to be there for others because there's been times where I've gone through stuff that I wish someone was there for me. So, and it makes me feel good when I know I'm helping someone get through their burdens and stuff like that.
But my thing is, when I say transparent, like you do a lot of stuff on social media, and this is Wacky Wednesday, right? Because
I can't sit still.
Yeah, well, no, it's not that. Like, sometimes I read your stuff and I'm like, I don't think I would. I couldn't have done. I wouldn't have posted that. Like, I would have been like, but you just said the word.
I'm real.
You're transparent, right? You're transparent, and you know, to me, being the way social media is like that, people could eat you up for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's got its good things and it's got its bad things for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So are you one of those people that posted and you're like, fuck, I should have. See, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cuss.
I have those moments. I still do sometimes.
Well, you
I'm just
posted like
I acted on impulse or whatever. But I was actually a lot worse before. Before I would rant a lot. And throughout
people be
the
like,
time,
oh, there goes
started,
Andie. There she goes again.
Yeah, and then I started paying attention to my posts, and I'm like, you know what? I think I just look stupid. You know, I sound dumb. So I kind of, limited, and, now I choose wisely as far as what to post, what not to post. Yeah.
That's how you. It's just a way of expressing yourself nowadays.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and before I used to let what people would say about me bother me a lot, and now I've reached a point in my life where I'm just like, you know what? The moment I see negativity or someone posts something ugly, that I don't like, I don't even bother explaining or trying to argue. I just delete.
Yeah, I say this week in and week out to everybody that sits in your chair right now. You're an artist, and you got to know that the minute you put a microphone in your hand and you stand in front of people, you're never going to please everybody.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And if you try to fight with everybody that just disagrees with you,
yeah,
you won't be in a good place for sure, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tejano historian watching on YouTube. Lorenzo Carrion, hello. Gabriela Martinez, another beautiful Tejano artist, up and coming artist here in the genre. Can't wait to see what you have in store for us. Also, Gabriela.
Awesome.
Andie, how did you get started singing? Were you because most people I started in church or I started this. When did you know that you could sing?
I don't want to say I knew I could sing when I was real young, because I think I would sound like real cocky and full of myself by saying that.
It's okay.
I knew I
It's okay to be cocky.
I had something, like good with music. At a very young age, around 7 years old, my father brought a keyboard home, one of those little toy keyboards, and he started playing Oh Susanna on the little keyboard just at home,
Which song?
Oh Susanna, oh Susanna.
Oh, don't you cry for me.
Yeah.
That
Gotta
one.
do that one.
So when he was playing it, he handed me the keyboard. It was a little toy one, and I started playing what he was playing. So he realized, like, hey, okay, you've got an ear. So now copy this. Try to play with this. So he would play like When the Saints Go Marching In. So then I would go and play it too. So then after that, he put me into piano lessons. And I started playing piano for a while. And then eventually I joined middle school band, and I learned how to play the alto sax there. And
The alto sax?
The alto sax. Yeah.
Can you still play the sax today?
I have not picked it up, but I'm sure I can play a
Dude.
little bit. I want to.
Literally had Juan Trevino in here last week. You know Juan Trevino, the songwriter?
Yes.
So he was in here and he's like, yeah, I played the sax. My wife played the sax. We were first and second chair. And he said, like, yeah, my wife, like, can she play the sax? It's like, no, she probably hasn't picked one up in, so long.
I was
But I always thought, like, once you learn how to play an instrument, it would really never. You don't think if you got a sax in your hand, you could carry a.
I mean, it's been years.
Dude,
I feel like if you don't stay consistent with it, you kind of lose a little bit
don't
of
make
your
me pull out a saxophone, right?
Dude, let's do it. I want to see if I can still play myself.
Oh,
I was actually in
shit.
Zapata this past week, and I was actually looking for my saxophone because I wanted to see if I could still play it, and incorporate it in my band.
Hey, you gotta blow it, va a salir puro dust.
Webs and shit. But But yeah, you know, I played saxophone for a while, and then when I turned 13, when I was in junior high, I noticed my dad was, you know, the auto tech teacher at the high school. He's still there. You know, 40 some years later, he's still there. And
so you never have a broken car?
No. And I always had badass go-karts. Badass go-karts, seriously, because like my dad would have his students, you know, work on projects, obviously, right? And they would make these badass go-karts and they would bring them home to our ranchito. And that's how I learned to drive too, you know? And my dad would be like, try it out, see if, you know, see how fast it goes, whatever, you know? So we'd always.
And then you've always been taller than most of your
boys, yes.
Husbands.
Husbands also.
No.
Wow.
Really, bro?
Where did
You're
that
gonna
come
go
from,
there.
right?
What?
Just one husband.
That was Roy.
Roy? No me casé.
Hey,
No me vuelvo a
I would
casar.
never.
I still can't get divorced from
you know, I know. You know, you're into horses and stuff like. If you follow Andie, don't let her outfits on stage are to me. Your outfits on stage are completely opposite of who Andie Bustamante is. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're right.
I'm 100% right.
But you know what? I've had so many people tell me, you can't go dressed like that. You can't wear your boots, my flat boots. And I'm like, I'm safer that way. I'm not going to lie. I cannot walk in heels.
She is a country cowgirl as they come, you know.
Yeah, the closer to the ground I am, the safer I feel. Trust me. I don't like wearing heels. I'm already tall enough.
So being tall, Andie, and growing up and stuff, were you into sports?
Yes, I played everything. I played volleyball, basketball, softball.
Here we go.
Football. You know, I played in the semi-pro league as an adult. You know, full contact.
Wait! I thought somebody was like being a prankster.
No.
Neta?
Neta, wait.
Yeah.
Neta.
You pay for the Cowboys too.
Ask her what.
Everybody.
I didn't play for the Cowboys, but
Ask her what her nickname was.
What was your
Stop
nickname?
it.
What was your
What
nickname?
was it?
What was it? We want to know.
I don't even know.
It's Wacky Wednesday. We got to know.
okay, I'm gonna tell you.
That board is crooked.
But this nickname, to this day, they still call me this nickname when I go back home to Zapata. But now it means so much more. The icebox.
Icebox? Wow.
Icebox. Andie, the icebox.
So you played like an all-woman semi-pro football?
Yeah, I played defensive end.
But it was like full pads.
We only had helmets and shoulder pads. And of course, you know, the volleyball bikers shorts and the sport bra.
So it wasn't
And
a
the short
lingerie. It
robe.
wasn't a lingerie league.
Practically. That was cuando tenía
No, because
cuerpazo.
I have some friends. We have some. Me and my
Cuando
wife
tenía
have a friend that played in the lingerie league, and she was a linebacker.
Yeah.
Right, and I look at her I'm like, no, who the hell?
Yeah.
But we've seen videos of her. She was a beast.
They're
You know what I
freaking
mean?
animals. I mean, dude, those girls are.
Dude, you should not have told me that. We're gonna touch on this
Yeah.
football. So not only does she sing Tejano music, she was actually the icebox in semi-pro football. How long did you do that for?
4 years.
And you got paid for that?
That's another story. We were supposed to be getting paid. We started off getting paid, and then eventually the commissioner started, you know.
And where was the league at, Andie?
It was actually the commissioners from San Antonio. It was called the Sugar and Spice Football League.
And so the teams were from where? Where were they all from?
There was some from Louisiana, Corpus Christi, San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, McAllen, Laredo.
And so, and y'all would travel by bus and stuff, and like playing
We had to fundraise. Dude, the fundraisers were ridiculous.
car washes.
Car washes and bikinis.
I know, I knew it.
We were auctioned off for dates.
And you played on a 100-yard field?
Yes.
It wasn't 80 yards, 40 yard. Dude, I never knew.
Yeah.
You should have sent me some pictures, Roy.
I don't have. Somebody's asking both of you stand up just to see if Andie's
Really?
linebacker worthy.
Neta.
What?
And maybe she could just tackle you a little bit. You know, just a little.
We'll see. We'll
Action
see.
They're not gonna
shots.
see
We'll
it.
see.
They're just
We'll-
gonna see
we'll-
like from my crotch down.
We'll see. We'll see at the end of the show. Maybe you never know what might happen on Bumpers
not-
Wacky. I might get tackled by the icebox.
If not, we could bring Nick Guerra. He's more than willing to.
He's
Probably,
God.
to take a hit.
Oh man, Andie, that's really cool though, dude.
Dude, I had so much fun. But there's a lot of things that we were like the first women's league actually, and we were part of the first. Actually, we were the first women to play at Cowboy Stadium. We played a championship game against San Antonio.
Hey, so when y'all would wear the volleyball shorts, and you're playing full tackle,
Yeah,
so no
we
knee
did.
pads, no hip
We
pads.
had knee pads and elbow pads, but none on the hips.
So puro road rash, like turf rash and all that all the time,
You'd
right?
see booties and stuff because the girls would play hard and nasty. Like they would go pull your shorts down and shit. And
What?
but hey, there were some girls that were like freaking monsters, animals. Like if you haven't been to
But
one of those games,
let me ask you, were you the tallest girl on your team?
I was one of them. I was one of the tall ones, but no, I wasn't the tallest.
Them other girls would see
Actually,
Andie coming
the
like, a
tallest
la
one-
chingada.
She ended up the tallest one ended up coming over here. She was a receiver, and she ended up playing for the lingerie one, the one that's actually in like a bra.
Yeah, that's
That
the ones our
one
friends played in
with the
Austin.
Austin Angels.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
She played with Austin. Actually, two of my teammates, and our quarterback. She was a quarterback for the Austin.
Sorry, guys, we went from Andie Bustamante, the musician, to Andie Bustamante, the icebox linebacker from the RGB.
So if Jerry Jones is listening,
Dude, Andie, that's cool, man. Like I would have never in a million years knew that about you.
Yeah.
No, hombre, now when I seen you, I'm be like, hey, throw her a football. That's crazy.
She pulled up the picture.
Wow.
Concerts should throw little footballs right to the fans.
Dude, that's so freaking cool, man. Hey, and how did you learn to? I mean, did you always play football with the boys growing up, or
No.
how did you get into that? Going on a whole nother tangent besides music.
Oh yeah, dude. So I've been married, divorced, and I went through my divorce, and I needed something to release a lot of rage and anger I had inside of me, and so I picked up martial arts and football, and it felt good to tackle people.
Oh, yeah.
wow.
Now,
They put up a flyer on Facebook. Hey, we're looking for women starting up a new,
now
football
it went from that to karate.
Damn, dude. So you guys, you have to make an album cover with Juan Gonzalez put La Icebox right there in the front cover, like you holding the football. Your picture. That'll sell some records. I promise you, it'll sell some records.
With the body I had then, yes, not the body I have now.
Raul Nano Fuentes says, "Where's Ruben in the pink
Saludos,
bikini?"
Nano.
All right. We could do a calendar. Me and Nano, collaborate on that one.
Ruben era, when she was a football
Holding her.
ese era el cheerleader.
Shout out
Oh,
to Nano.
man.
He actually referred some of the guys, for me to start.
Yeah,
Clave, and
Nano's a real
helped me
humble
start
guy.
like Clave. Shout out Nano.
Dude, that is so cool, man. That really mellowed me out. That's really cool, man.
Yeah, I go back home and I go to this restaurant. And, there's this boy there that since second grade, I would call him Spike. And because have you seen the movie Little Giants?
Yeah.
So that's why they started originally calling me the
Icebox,
because
yeah.
I looked like that girl when I was
Yeah.
little, and then I would beat up the boys too. So I would get bullied. Yo estaba fea.
You have a
Stop.
boyfriend.
No,
You do now.
Damn.
no, I would beat up on boys because they would bully me. They would pick on me.
Yeah.
They'd pull my hair. They would pull my scrunchie off. So I'd run after them and I'd tackle them. So then that movie came out, and then there you go.
La Icebox.
So to this day, I go to El Rincón de Los Angeles, that restaurant in Zapata where they sell the cheese and gravy chicken fried steak. Go there. If you
What is it? The cheesy
the
chicken?
cheese and gravy chicken fried steak.
There's a place in San Antonio that does that too. They put like a cheese sauce on the chicken fried steak.
Delicious.
Supposed to be
awesome.
supposed to be bomb. Hey, real quick before I forget, shout out to Emmanuel J. What's up, bump? Nice shirt. Yeah, I'm sporting the Emmanuel J shirt. So what I like to do is people say, well, why don't you wear the shirt of the artist that you're, because I like to show support for, like, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter that the artist is already here. What does it matter?
Yeah, I'm privilege. I'm honored to
So,
be here.
No, it's an honor having you guys here, but that's really cool. So if you're just joining us, we have Andie Bustamante and her new band La Clave. They're here in the studio as well. Well, half of them, and we have Andie's other person as well, La Icebox. She's here también. So when you guys see her on the road and you want to get tackled, they let her know. She might. For what, $25, $20? You can
free, man.
tackling dummies, dude.
Nick would
therapeutic.
Nick would do it for free. That's part of the agreement with Nick.
Yeah.
Is that he was like, okay, you can use me, you know.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Nick,
Eddie, so your
Nick.
dad got you singing, and you were playing music, and you high school you did band, saxophone. But were you always a Tejano fan?
No.
Just broke my heart.
Started,
just so you know, you just broke my heart.
No, mariachi is my
Gotcha.
that's my love.
Okay.
Mariachi. I started at 13, 14 years old. I started playing, with the university mariachi, and I got invited for a rehearsal, and then the director there challenged me, and she said, "You play with your high school?" I'm like, "I'm starting to." She's like, "Take your instrument on, go stand over there." So she literally put me in the middle of the violin section. I was a little fish, and these giants are all around me, and she's like, "Keep up with them. Just make sure your bow is going the same direction as theirs is." So they start playing. She didn't know. I didn't know how to read music. Yes, I was in band. Yes, I did keyboard, piano lessons.
Hold on, you were in band in school and you didn't learn how to read music?
No, because to me, it was frustrating. I don't like music theory. I don't like to read the music.
You guys giggle, but do you guys read music?
I do.
You do? You can read music?
Actually, I think one more class to get my minor in music theory. Ended up stopping that, and I went for a different major because I needed to put food on the table right away. So I went for.
That's cool, man. Yeah, but Andie, I would tell you 90% of Tejano artists that come in here don't read music.
No.
And it blows my mind the amount of people that don't, like you would think, but it's all by ear. You know what I mean? And they, guitar players learn the chords, and that kind of how they go.
So I started mariachi that way, and the way I started singing was, I was actually really terrified to sing. I mean, I would get scared if people would take pictures of me. I had that, like my stage fright was that bad. And it wasn't until we were at a competition and my high school mariachi director was like, "Andrea, I've heard you sing at the rehearsals. Right now our singer can't sing, like her voice is shot. But I know you can do it, so you're going to sing." And we're literally getting ready to walk up on stage to perform our set at the competition. And I'm like, "No, sir, like I can't do it. I can't do it." And then they announced the band, the mariachi name, Zapata High School, whatever, Mariachi Halcon. So we're walking up, and I'm just thinking, like, I remember that feeling so terrified and trembling. And I'm like, okay, I'm either going to do this and make my group proud, or I'm just going to wimp out and make a complete fool of myself, and let my entire team down.
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? I don't want to hear about it at school the next day or whatever. So I went up when it was my turn to go up and sing. And I remember the first few words that
What song was
out,
it?
Los Arrieros. Ya los arrieros se van. So those first few words, I just remember, like, you could hear it in my voice. I was shaking, terrified. But as the song continued, I remember feeling more comfortable. Confident. And I just let go. And I remember feeling like, wow, like, I want to do it again. And since then, I took off. So,
And so mariachi is Andie Bustamante's first love.
mariachi is it.
So what was your first taste of Tejano music?
I mean, growing up, I would listen to it because of my parents.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what I was listening to, but I would listen to it. I knew Selena was someone that I remember I admired, I looked up to. I remember listening to her. I remember listening to Eddie La Reina, Jennifer Peña. Those were the ones that I idolized.
Dang, Andy, you say Jennifer Pena, she can't be, she has to be your age.
I think she's just a few years older than me.
Really?
Yeah.
Ya estoy en viejo yo ya. Fuck, dude.
Yeah. Bobby Pulido, also. I remember my parent, that was actually my first CD. Bobby Pulido, Leanne Rimes, and Rocio Durcal.
I'm gonna stop you there because I just saw a comment that just made me laugh my ass off. Somebody put Clave is a code for a kilo.
Well, that's south of the checkpoint. Yeah. South of the
That's
checkpoint.
south of what is it, Sarita? The Sarita checkpoint is that?
Yeah. So we get paid handsomely in the valley, pero acá we're struggling.
Shout out to my buddy Robert Cantu. That was hilarious, bro. Sorry, Andy, I didn't mean to do that, but
he's actually referring to Clavo for.
I was like, oh shit.
That's where the confusion of el clavo. Pues ahí va el clavo, ¿verdad?
Yeah, there
Inside
you
the
go.
accordion, hint, ¿verdad?
Hey, Bumper, and I'm looking at your keys, man. That's actually symbolizing the group.
Yeah.
Oh, right there. See, there you go.
There you go.
You're in the building.
Good
You're
eye,
in the
good
building.
eye. Yeah.
So mariachi. So right? You're in South Texas. You grew up. Where actually did you grow up? What town did you grow up in?
Zapata. Small town. Zapata, Texas.
Dude.
Ranch town. Yeah. Home of
Zapata.
Intocable.
That's it, baby. You know what I was about to say. Home of Intocable.
Yes, sir.
You grew up with any of the guys from Intocable?
No, they're actually
They're
a lot
all older than
me.
you?
They were actually students of my dad. Like,
Oh, going to the mechanic shop. So your dad knows them all.
oh yeah. Yeah. And
So-
I mean, I see them in town, and like when we see them in town, like they're normal, regular people. I see Rene a lot at ropings, because his son ropes.
Yeah.
Rene's everywhere, and Rene's just so awesome. Like,
Dude,
humble person.
he is funny as
Yeah,
shit,
he
bro. El tío, man. That guy is funny as heck. So grew up in Zapata. Of course, Intocable is, you know what I mean? I mean, that's probably like Uvaldes or Palominos. Like, every town has their
Intocable.
group.
We have Intocable, La Costumbre.
Costumbres from Zapata too?
Yeah.
Okay. Intenso, where they from? Laredo, I think. Intenso.
So,
Rogelio.
Valley,
and-
no?
Say that,
They're from the valley?
yeah, like the Roma area.
Uh-huh.
Pa' allá.
Pa' allá, okay.
Intocable, Intenso.
Isn't it crazy, right? Like all those little towns, like you could just draw like a little triangle. They're very close to one another, but to the audience, if you don't go back and trace where these people come from, it is it'll blow your mind. The amount of groups that come out of that little small triangle of part of Texas, you know what I mean? Huge groups, Duelo, Solido, like
They're all from that.
they're all from that little
There's so
little
much talent,
exactly. So you grew up with Tejano music kind of in the background. What was I know mariachi was your favorite music to sing, but what was Andie Bustamante's music to like sit in the room and chill with friends, or when you're around your peers, not your parents or older people? What was your go-to music?
Mariachi. There was a period where I was just mariachi.
10 years old, mariachi.
Oh no, 10 years old? No.
No New Kids on the Block.
It was
Selena?
You'll see.
Selena.
New Kids on the Block.
I remember, being in my bedroom, jamming out to her music, that song, yeah, no, and just singing and thinking like, I want to be a star like her one day. She was like my everything.
We were talking about blueprints the other day, right? And Selena left a blueprint to an extent of somebody who came into the industry and just blew it out of the water. But the issue is that many fans of hers that are outside our area don't realize all the years she put in to before she was selling albums the way she was selling. She had like what 6 or 7 albums before an album was like where people knew who she was. You know what I mean? Like she grinded as a little girl, and so people could say that there's a blueprint for females to follow if you want to make it in this business. But that's not true. I mean, yeah, there's a blueprint. But do you want every single house in the neighborhood to look exactly the same?
No.
And sometimes, Annie, that's what I think what's wrong with our genre. I think our genre is like you pull into a neighborhood and they want every house to be pretty much similar. It's because it's what they know. It's what they're comfortable with. Oh, don't paint that house yellow. This shit's tan and khaki around here. Like, yellow houses don't go around here. Well, why not? Why not?
I want them to match, right? You're saying.
You know what I mean? I mean, the more I hang around musicians, I see the love musicians have for the music. For the music, not because they're ready to sell. Of course, everybody wants to sell millions of albums, thousands of albums, right? But a lot of guys that I get to interview and speak to, they do it because they love music. And it's what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I brought up the blueprints, right? Because you said you grew up listening to Selena, and as you got older, you mariachi, but then you found yourself back into Tejano music.
Well, let me add something to the whole Selena thing. It wasn't just. This is something I just learned when I started singing with Iconics. When I was young, and my parents would play all this music, I didn't know who I was listening to. I did not know I was actually a fan of Grupo Más until Mike sent me a set list to learn. When he sent me my first set list to learn to sing with them, and I started listening to the songs, I was like, I know these songs. I've heard them.
And are you serious?
I'm serious. That's why it matters what we play around our children, these younger generations. And I didn't know. I knew who Grupo Más was. And I didn't know that until I joined Iconics and I started learning the music. Well, I didn't learn the music. I already knew it. I had it memorized already. I started playing each song. I'm like, and I was singing along to him. I'm like, hey, I know this, And later on, when I eventually started my own Tejano band, I actually got to open up for Jimmy Gonzalez y Grupo Más. So
wow.
Yeah.
You got people watching. Saludos a todos que están mirando ¿cómo se dice? El Distrito Federal de México. They're watching from Mexico City.
Wow.
On YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Shout out to my boy Sapo. What's going down? Ruben Ortega. He's on. I guess, is he friends of you guys? Ruben Ortega.
He's right there sitting
Oh,
down.
Ruben. Ruben's like, wow, I'm right here, dog. Hey, man. Usually the guests aren't in the chat room, but you're right here. Okay, cool. No, but that's really cool. I think that's my first time seeing somebody watching from Mexico City.
Wow. Awesome.
You know what I mean?
Saludos.
Tejano goes beyond borders, man.
Yeah.
But people love Tejano music all over the place. And you were talking about your love for mariachi. I don't think growing up, I don't think I loved mariachi music as much as I should have. And I say that with not confidence, but it wasn't until I joined the Marine Corps that I realized how big our culture was. Because you grow up down here in South Texas. I mean, I guess for y'all it's a little bit different, right? Because you're more of a border, right? You get a lot of Mexico. You get sounds of both sounds, right? Mm-hmm. Now, me, I never was into any kind of more Mexican music. It was just Tejano. That's it.
I never thought I would like mariachi either. the only reason I joined mariachi in junior high was because my dad was always videotaping the high school mariachi group performances. You know, and I'm like, well, geez, why can't you record my basketball games or my volleyball games? You're all into mariachi. What's this big deal with mariachi, you know? I never enjoyed listening to it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to join. I'm going to see what it is. Has to do with music. Maybe this will get me to that next step, closer to becoming a singer like Selena or whatever, right? So I joined, and, you know, the more I learned about it, the more I fell in love with it. And I just think it's such a beautiful way to express yourself. You know, when you sing mariachi, the singing is just different. You know, you belch.
It's more passionate,
more passionate, more powerful. I don't know. I just feel it different. I feel the music more when I sing mariachi than when I sing a Tejano. You know
but now that I'm older, I love it. Like literally, I've been probably for the last 3 days. A lot of it has to do because I've been watching the El Rey on Netflix. I've been jamming Chente for like 3 days straight, dude. Windows down with the nice cool weather in the morning. Like 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm pulling into where I work at on a military installation, jamming Chente. The gate guard's like, a la chingada, it's too early for this shit. But no, man, like I said, it wasn't until I got into the military that I really started to open my eyes to like, hey man, there's more to Mexicano than Palominos and Mas and La Mafia and you know. Yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't know what merengue, salsa, bachata, you know, from the
other genres.
The Caribbean Latinos, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know any of that. You know, my thing was Corpus to San Antonio to Victoria. I mean, that was it. You know, conjunto. That was gangster. That was for me. That was gangster rap, right? But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Oh, Juan Trevino's watching, and we had this conversation last week about. He goes, he stopped watching it because it wasn't accurate. And it pissed him off. He's like, that's not true. I'm not watching it. So saludos a Juan Trevino. He's watching. He's tuning in. But no, have you seen it? Have you started watching it?
No. Man, I am so busy. I don't have time to watch TV, honestly.
So let's talk about Andie and her busy life. Andie, what do you do when you're not doing music?
I'm a mom. I'm a single mom of 4 kids.
Single mom with 4 kids.
And I'm a nurse.
RN, registered nurse.
I'm an LVN.
LVN.
Yeah, I'm an LVN.
So you do the 12 on, 12 off kind of deal?
Yes, I do. And I work for 2 different agencies. So I work 2 jobs.
So sometimes you work like a whole 18 hours straight?
Oh, yeah.
Puro pinche feria acá.
And when I'm not working or doing music, I'm with my horses.
Yeah, I see that a lot. But, you know,
Or play football.
Explain the ghost bumper. What ghost?
What goes? No mansion.
Oh, you're talking about the death? Are you talking about the death? Be more specific, Gabriela, because I haven't gone through the whole series yet. So if there's something,
You better not be talking about no ghosts.
yeah, you better not be talking. But no, so going back to the mariachi, right? Like I'm really, it really makes me feel good to see, you know, Netflix, and you see it's like the number 3 series in the world right now, El Rey. You know, and how big Vicente Fernandez was to all of us. And you know what's crazy, Andie, you know, you say that your love for mariachi music it's not just Mexicanos that love mariachi music.
No. Have you been to a mariachi competition? The Mariachi Vargas Extravaganza here in San Antonio?
No.
Dude, I challenge you to go. That's every December. Every December. It's a huge competition. You've got mariachi groups of all over the United States. It's a national competition. And you've got even mariachis from Stanford, from Harvard, you know, here competing. You've got, you know, kids of different backgrounds, you know, different races. It's beautiful.
Playing mariachi
music, singing. People that, you know, students that can't even speak the language, Spanish, but they sing it perfectly.
Someone's ringing my doorbell and nobody wants to answer it. Sorry, I got to tell my wife. Someone's ringing the doorbell. So, El Rey, to me, it just really made me feel like, man, dude, it's really cool to see all these people. Hey, it's a live show. Don't worry. We got animals. We got pets. We got primos come in from all over. We got it all. But I just really love the fact that we're on the horizon, right? People are looking up to, like, hey, look, it's Mexicano, right? Because we don't have too many things like that. If you stop and think about it, I mean, we don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like the series. Did you like the series, Selena series?
I like them. I do. I know there were some people that were disappointed, but I like.
Who was disappointed? Our own raza.
Yes.
Instead of giving love, saying we're on the top 20. Freaking, there we are. You know, we're hating.
It's ridiculous.
But no, it's again, I love anything that has to do with our culture. I love it, man. It really makes me feel good on the inside. One, because it brings my grandparent, reminds me a lot of my grandparents, my great grandma. Like, my great grandma was from Guadalajara, Jalisco. You know what I mean? So when you say mariachi, like, I love, it's part of who I am. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you playing mariachi music, how in the world did you just say one day, hey, you know what? Scratch the mariachi. I'm going to do Tejano.
My university director challenged me to learn the accordion one day.
Por favor, no me digas that you know the accordion too.
I do.
She does.
Oh my, Andie, seriously?
Yeah, I do. So I was 16 when I learned.
This is a badass show. You guys got to rewind and watch all this.
My teacher was the same man who taught Ricky from Intocable how to play, Beto Gonzalez. He already passed away, but he actually was the one who started me on. Well, Dr. Rachel Cruz, of course, she challenged me. I won a bet, $100 bet. Learned it. Learned El Moño Colorado, I remember, with one finger at first, and then eventually, I started playing professionally. And she's like, okay, now we're going to add the accordion into our gigs. So I would play, a huapango. I would play rinconcito, puño de tierra.
So please tell me you can still pick up an accordion and
Can I?
She can. Yes. I was surprised when she grabbed my accordion.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, you know what? You're going to start giving me breaks. Whenever I need a break, you're going to get my accordion in.
Andy, that's
jamming up on
dude.
stage.
I want to, but I just need more practice.
Andy needs like 3 episodes, homie. There's one episode that La Icebox, mariachi, now accordion. I don't know what else gonna come out of this interview,
that's
man.
Another hour of another topic. Huh? Oh my god.
This is cool, man. This is that's so interesting. I never knew that. I didn't know that. Wow. So you give Rocky a run for his money?
Rocky, no, but no, Rocky's amazing.
Rocky's a beast.
Hell yeah. You know who I actually really wanted to play like? And I didn't know it was actually him until just like not too long ago.
Here we go.
Sonny Sauceda. I wanted to play like Sonny. I loved listening to Eddie Gonzalez. I loved listening to him.
I know
and
this
I just remember hearing that accordion in the background, and I'm just like, when I have my band, I want to play like that guy.
I'm gonna catch some shit from what I'm about to say, but I'm being bumper. If you want to play like Sonny Sauceda, you do have to stand up and do a vueltita, because if you don't have the nalgas like Sonny Sauceda, you can't play like Sonny Sauceda.
No.
Pinche nalgón, dude, that dude right there. That was like,
little bubble butt.
hey, but dude, that dude is 100%. Like, you know those guys rehearse like every week. They rehearse their dancing and all that stuff. Him, Alec, I don't think
they're awesome. I mean, I haven't seen them live, but I see videos, and actually not too long ago I had mentioned it in another interview that he's actually the one I wanted to learn how to play like he inspired me. And
so we gotta make this. Alec, if you're watching, get with your boss Sonny and tell him that we gotta do an accordion battle.
No, hombre. I can't dance. Like, I don't got moves like that. There will be a big old splat.
Oh, shit. So, Andy, damn, if you just joined us, Andie Bustamante right here on Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. Everybody watching on YouTube, on Facebook, welcome to the show. If you just joining late, halfway through, you missed out. Andie's not only a Tejano singer, she sings mariachi music. She plays semi-pro football, la icebox. She plays the accordion. She plays the saxophone. And you're a nurse. Pues que chinga, what?
And horses.
And horses. You know what I mean? So barrel racer.
No. I never did the arena riding, competitive riding. My riding was at the ranch. My dad raised us like boys. You know, I'm the oldest of 3 girls.
So you learned to ride to work?
To work.
Yeah.
Yeah, cattle work.
So you'd be better in a ranch rodeo than a regular rodeo.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hey,
and those are
¿cómo
fun.
sabes? How do you know all that?
I know. You mentioned to me you were like a teen gopher, weren't you?
Yeah, I play around. I play
Better
around.
healer.
Don't, no competitive, no nothing. Yeah. You see people walking around missing fingers. That's that's really not my cup of tea.
You know what? Whenever you have your after party, you should bust out a roping dummy and have like a little roping dummy.
Don't say that because the kids will bring that stuff in here in a minute. But that's really cool, Andy. Like this is exactly why I do Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. This is exactly why I do it, because people now when they see you on stage, you're gonna be like, "Hey, why don't you play the accordion?" Or you know what I mean? Like it's cool. I would have never known that. I've learned 5 things about you that I had no idea, and I thought I knew who you were. That's cool, man. That's cool. So let's talk about something that's before we do that, let's do this real quick. If you guys are, let's see, let me fix this real quick. If you guys are in the market to sell your home, buy your home, whatever you want to do, hit up my boy who also plays the saxophone. My buddy Ricky Ray, alto sax player for La 45. He's a realtor. He can take care of all your what would be the word? All your home needs, man. He'll take care of you. 956-424-5724. That's 956-424-5724. Ricky Ray, really cool. The coolest vibe in all of San Antonio. I can guarantee you that. Shout out to my boy Ricky Ray.
He looks young too.
Also, come October 8th, you still got time, right around the corner, the St. Leo's Festival. They're going to have Los Tovares. They're going to have the El Dorado Band. And to close the night, Los Desperados will be in the house. October 8th at the St. Leo's Church Festival. It's going to be a good time. I'll be out there hanging out with all the guys. So if you're not doing anything October 8th, that's a place to be. And speaking of places to be, we've been at this for a month and a half, Andy. We started, me and La Chismosa 210. You follow her?
I saw.
Yeah, right?
I saw a couple shows.
So Chismosa 210. We started. People started talking crap to one another on the. Everybody goes live now when they go to these clubs, right? And people watch how people dance, and you get hundreds and hundreds of views of people watching them dance. So we decided to do a dance contest. Right? So let's do an official, TDK's on here, he's watching.
TDK,
so the dance contest finally has come. It's going to be October 1st at Far West, right? Doors open at 6. All the dancers that are going to sign, that are going to be in the contest, you have to be there by 7 o'clock to sign up. And we're going to start the contest right at 8 o'clock. And to close the night, Los Desperados, right? And it's absolutely free. I think before a certain time, it's free. First prize is $1,000 or trip. I always have a brain fart when it comes to this word. When you go on a boat, a cruise, right? A cruise for 2, or $1,000, not both. And then second prize is $500, and third prize is $300.
Wow.
So good prizes, man. If you want to, if you guys aren't doing anything Saturday, you want to come out and see some really cool dancers, and we got dancers coming from the RGV. We got dancers they've been calling from Austin, Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston. They're coming from all over Texas for this money. So San Antonio.
Dance battle.
You better not let me down, man. Far West, October 1st, this Saturday is the place to be. And then tomorrow, if you guys aren't doing anything tomorrow around 8 o'clock, I landed an exclusive interview with Mr. Jesse Turner from Grupo Signo. He will be right here with in the hot seat where Andy's at tomorrow. It's going to be a very cool interview. They're playing Friday at downtown at Smoke Sky Bar. So he'll be here tomorrow. If you guys aren't doing anything tomorrow night around 8 o'clock, check out the interview with Mr. Jesse Turner. And then last but not least, I have to mention this guy. He's a truck driver, and he says, I watch his shows all the time. I listen to him. I can't watch him because he's driving a truck. But I met him this Sunday at the David Lee Garza featuring Jay Pettis concert that I was at, and he told me to say that his name is he said Martinez is his last name. That's how he pronounces his name. So shout out to him. Big fan of Wacky Wednesday. I hope you're out there having a safe drive wherever you might be, sir. Thank you for tuning in. All right, we got all that out of the way. You ready? You good now?
Breathe. Take a deep breath.
Now we're going to get to a little more serious stuff, Andy.
Órale.
I mean, you already pulled out like 5 cats out of the bag. It's blown my mind every time you say something. Being a mom,